Have you ever wondered if an airplane could fly into space? Long before reusable spaceplanes and private space companies, one incredible aircraft came closer to space than any ordinary airplane ever had. It wasn't a rocket, yet it flew faster than the speed of sound, climbed higher than most spacecraft, and pushed the limits of human engineering. This is the extraordinary story of the legendary X-15. In the late 1950s, the United States wanted to understand what would happen if an aircraft flew at extreme speeds and altitudes. To answer that question, NASA, the U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Navy joined forces to build the X-15. Unlike conventional aircraft, it was powered by a massive rocket engine capable of producing enormous thrust, turning the small black aircraft into one of the fastest machines ever flown. But the X-15 couldn't take off from a runway by itself. Instead, it was carried high into the sky beneath the wing of a modified B-52 bomber. Once the bomber reached nearly 45,000 feet, the X-15 was released. Seconds later, its rocket engine ignited, launching the aircraft forward with unbelievable acceleration. Within moments, it was racing through the atmosphere at speeds few humans had ever experienced. The X-15 shattered records one after another. It eventually reached an astonishing top speed of Mach 6.7, more than 7,200 kilometers per hour. At that speed, the air around the aircraft became so hot that its special alloy skin glowed from the intense heat. Every flight pushed the boundaries of aviation and revealed new information about high-speed flight. Then came its greatest achievement. On several missions, the X-15 climbed above 80 kilometers, and on its highest flight it reached an incredible altitude of more than 107 kilometers, crossing the internationally recognized boundary of space. Although it looked like an airplane, it had flown into an environment where the sky turned completely black and Earth's curved horizon became clearly visible. Flying at such heights wasn't easy. The thin atmosphere meant traditional control surfaces became almost useless. To keep the aircraft stable, engineers equipped it with tiny rocket thrusters, making the X-15 one of the first aircraft to use technology later adopted by spacecraft. The lessons learned from these flights helped shape the future of human space exploration. The pilots who flew the X-15 were among the bravest test pilots in history. Every mission involved enormous risk, with extreme temperatures, crushing acceleration, and the constant possibility of disaster. Several X-15 pilots earned astronaut wings after flying beyond the altitude required for space qualification, proving they had reached the edge of space in an aircraft rather than a capsule. The influence of the X-15 extended far beyond its own program. The data collected during nearly 200 test flights played a vital role in the development of later spacecraft, including the Space Shuttle. Engineers learned how materials behaved under intense heat, how humans reacted to hypersonic flight, and how vehicles could safely return from the edge of space. Even after more than half a century, the X-15 remains one of the greatest experimental aircraft ever built. Many of its speed and altitude achievements still stand today, reminding the world that true innovation often begins with daring experiments. It proved that the line between an airplane and a spacecraft was much thinner than anyone had imagined. The next time you look up at an airplane crossing the sky, remember that one extraordinary aircraft once flew so high that it touched the edge of space. The X-15 wasn't just an airplane, it was the bridge between aviation and space exploration. If you enjoyed discovering this incredible story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Echoes of Time, and turn on notifications because many more unbelievable stories are coming soon.